Hello everybody, welcome back and thank you for clicking on this video. For all of you, my name is Anna and I create both performing and talk point videos on everything about classical music, both for musicians and non-musicians, where I want to challenge your views for something towards the better. I wanted to talk about this topic. Classical music concerts are just too long, and of course this video was inspired by another article. Surprise surprise, this one was posted in the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette and is written by Jeremy Reynolds, who is a classical music critic and or journalist. Now, the reason why I wanted to talk about this video is because I have actually been of the same opinion for some time. As bad as this sounds, guilty as charged, I have actually chosen concerts to go to based on their length. Now, for example, most of the concerts are either on a Friday or a Saturday. So after a full day of work on a Friday, I don't necessarily feel like I want to sit for 2.5 hours of a concert. And then for a Saturday, well, we only have 2 weekends, so like 2-day weekends, not 2 weekends. We only have 2-day weekends where we can do whatever we want to. For example, we don't have the responsibility of going to work, so committing those 2.5 hours to a concert is also quite a lot. So as the article points out, and I would also like to discuss, is there something we can do? Now, do we have to like stop performing works which take more than an hour? No, I don't think that is the option, because there's so many amazing music works out there that sometimes do take more than an hour. So the other point though that I have, I don't know if it's necessary to have 2-hour concerts every week. Now, Reynolds, in his article, he suggests that there are already programs out there that are programs or companies and orchestras that are experimenting with this option of maybe having 30 to 75-minute concerts, and I'm happy and thrilled to hear this. And also there's so many trends out there right now where you have living room concerts, where of course it's also for classical music as much as it's for the other type of music. So in these living room concerts, they're also not going longer than an hour. So it's amazing that we're already working on something like this. Now, for all of you that are going to start pointing fingers and saying that I hate classical music, I don't. I love it. Now, I don't think that operas should be cut, for example, to fit in 1 hour. That would be crazy. But hear me out. In the article, Reynolds made a point that states, imagine paying admission to an art gallery and being forced to stare at a painting or at the same painting for half an hour. So, and whether you want to or not. So that's like bright lamp idea. Operas, for example, they have scenery, they have acting. It's not really acting, but singers who do take the role of the story characters. You have the music that goes onto it, we have the text. So there is something constantly stimulating your brain, and which is why it's okay to have a long opera, because there is more than just the music. But now put yourself in the shoes of an audience member or spectator in a concert. Concerts are so rigid. And I'm not saying that we should go back to the historical time where it's just like people could just come in, go out of the concert, throw tomatoes at you if you didn't like the music. That's not the case. But concerts in their structure, they're very rigid. So you have to sit there quietly. It's shameful if you cough, if you sneeze. So sitting quietly for more than 30 minutes sometimes, right? As long as the movements or pieces are. So, I think there is something to say about this. Also, for example, people are like, yeah, but why can't we just be like the sporting events? They can always, get money and funding, but they're also longer for an hour. And yeah, fine, but when has a sports spectator just stood there and watched or stood there and just stared at something, right? Sport moves, it goes. There's action all the time, and fans can get up, come in, go out, eat, like, you know, cheer. I know that all of these things don't apply for classical music concerts, but why are we being so rigid? For example, why can't we, like these programs are starting to experiment with, offer shorter music programs? I think that the reality is the times are changing, and you know, even now, most of the things have to be done online. And even online, I don't think, if we're being super honest, you know, people are not sitting there rigidly and just staring at the screen. They either have a glass of wine, they either have some crackers and cheese, or whatever, you know, that was the only thing that came to my mind right now. But they're, you know, they're in the comforts of their own home, and they're enjoying the music, and sometimes, like, it's not bad, but you can enjoy the music while you're doing other household activities, for example. So, as I said, times are changing. I think the audience attention span is also changing, which is proven for so many other things, not just for classical music concerts. Online streaming, you know, just for music tracks, so you can listen to them without watching any video or concerts, that is also more available to people these days. So I think in order for our industry and our careers to survive, we should consider changing our concert habits, and we shouldn't be scared, and I think we should just embrace it. Now, of course, I will link the article in the description below. Please leave a comment. Let me know, what have you been experimenting with, or even if you're an audience member, what do you prefer to see? I know sometimes people also put or make their recitals to be very scenic, like they go based on a word, and then they arrange their pieces to fit that word, so you have maybe a theme concert, so to say. Let me know. Let's start a conversation and start experimenting with these things, so the classical music can survive, you know. If you have liked what you've seen, please hit that like button and subscribe button, and I will see you in our next video. Bye!